Coming up on JAG News, Arizona students upset over possible college tuition hikes march at the Capitol, and their protest ends in arrest.
JROTC makes a special salute to veterans. Plus, the price you could pay for leaving your ID behind.
And a heartbreaking loss for a standout senior on South's cross country team.
You did your best. Coming to you from the broadcast center at South Mountain High School, it's JAG News Now.
Welcome, Jaguar Nation. I'm Kimberly Aguilar.
And I'm Nancy Santos. Students angry over potential college tuition hikes took on Arizona's Attorney General. That's our top story. Protesters made their way into the Attorney General's office this week to protest a lawsuit that could cost them thousands of dollars in tuition. Jaguar News reporter Saul Hernandez was in the middle of all the action to find out just why they were protesting.
Capitol Police arrested 4 activists who refused to leave Attorney General Tom Horne's office in an angry protest of his lawsuit against Maricopa and Pima Community College districts. Protesters say the lawsuit could cause undocumented students to pay an increase of 306% in tuition.
We want Tom Horne's attention. We want him to drop the lawsuit because, I mean, if tomorrow goes through, then I have to drop it out of school because there's no way I could afford 300% more of the in-state tuition.
Maricopa Community College District student Raquel Guerrero was part of a group of 11 activists who were arrested.
I did it to show Tom Horne how much impact this was going to have on my life. Like, I just got my social. I have a clean record, but I destroyed my record for the rest of my life because this was worth it.
Protesters conducted a funeral symbolizing the end of their dreams. Attorney General Tom Horne says he is just enforcing the law, which states allowing undocumented students to pay in-state tuition is illegal.
We're trying to expose Tom Horne's extremist Tea Party agenda. He's just doing this for media attention, from the extreme people that he thinks that he's going to get votes from next time that he runs.
Many people here say that they will keep protesting until the Attorney General drops his lawsuit. I'm Saul Hernandez for Jaguar News.
The lawsuit filed by the Attorney General blocks a policy by community college districts. That policy allows undocumented students to pay in-state tuition if they have federal work permits under President Obama's Deferred Action Program. Attorney General Horne says the policy violates a state law. The law passed by voters in 2006. The law claims that anyone undocumented must pay out-of-state tuition costs. It also denies any grants, scholarships, financial aid, and tuition assistance.
This is an issue that hits home for one South Mountain senior. She plans on going to a community college next year, and she might have to end up paying a lot more money for tuition. 17-year-old Jenny Diaz takes advanced placement classes and is enrolled in South Mountain's Law Magnet program. Although she didn't go to Tuesday's protest, she's been to several others. She feels that the Attorney General lawsuit increasing tuition for non-documented students will prevent her from following her dreams.
You think, that there's a possibility that you're not going to go to college and you're going to, have to work and not get anywhere, basically. I mean, yes, you could stay at work and end up being a supervisor, a manager, but that's not enough.
The 4 people at the protest felt so strongly about tuition possibly increasing for dreamers that they were willing to be arrested. Jenny says that even if the lawsuit is successful, she is still going to college.
I mean, if I have to work 2 jobs, if I have to go walk more dogs, things like that, whatever it takes, I'm going to end up going to college because, there's nothing that's going to stop me.
Jenny already applied to a $4,000 scholarship, but she's afraid that it won't be enough for her to pay her education if the judge sides with the Attorney General.
An update on the murder of junior Olympic boxing champion and South Mountain senior Alexis Urbina. Police have arrested 2 people for his murder. 22-year-old Robert Chavez and 23-year-old Joseph Corrales face charges. According to an article in the New Times, court documents show that Chavez and Corrales killed Urbina so they could steal his cell phone, laptop, and other electronics. A woman went to the police and said that Chavez tried selling her Alexis's cell phone. She went through it and recognized photos of Urbina. The police says Corrales admitted to assaulting Urbina with help from Chavez. Urbina won the National Junior Olympic title in his division when he was 16. A judge set bond for both suspects at $1 million each.
No ID means trouble at South. South's Deans of Students tells Jaguar News that a large amount of students on campus are not wearing their school IDs. Ms. Gutierrez says that students without IDs can cause problems for security and administration.
We need to differentiate who our students are, who our parents are, who our staff are. One of the other problems is if you don't have your school ID, you're not able to get your lunch, you're not able to enter into school-sponsored activities like dances or games, and we're not able to identify you.
There are consequences for not wearing your IDs. They include detention, a meeting with Ms. Gutierrez, or even ISS.
A big vote for school funding impacts students and staff here at South Mountain. Last Friday, voters approved a 15% maintenance and operations override for the Phoenix Union High School District. That means more money for our schools. The money will be used to continue hiring and keep qualified teachers, maintaining small class sizes, and holding competitive sports. The override also allows continued funding for elective classes such as Stugo, Performing Arts, and JROTC, to name a few. The amount of the 7-year override is estimated to be $20.7 million. Organizers say that this is the largest turnout ever for a Phoenix Union High School District override.
While most of us were sleeping in during the Veterans Holiday, JROTC cadets were up early. Jaguar News reporter Leilani Robinson shows us what the cadets were doing to honor the veterans.
JROTC cadets had to suit up before the special day. The cadets were at school by 6 a.m. getting prepared. Some were ironing their shirts, others were fixing their airs, and some were learning how to put flags on their belts.
Veterans Day, I believe, should be a worldwide honored holiday because it shows our respect towards our veterans that died for our country and put their lives at risk and at stake for our country.
Flags sat on fallen veterans' graves at Greenwood Memorial Cemetery, where the ceremony took place. 3 veterans placed wreaths, 4 cadets placed the rest of them. They played tap.
It was nice. It was my first time seeing it, and it was very, very, very nice.
The ceremony was over and the cadets were able to grab some snacks. The general manager said it was a nice ceremony.
I felt like that it worked out well for South Mountain.
If you ever see a veteran, stop and say thank you. It really means a lot. Reporting for Jaguar News, I'm Leilani Robinson.
Thanksgiving is less than 2 weeks away, and the counseling department is collecting turkey and food for donations for South Mountain families in need. The school social worker, Ms. Lindley, showed us the food that's already been donated by students and staff.
We're looking to get over 50 turkeys donated, and then also just the rest of the stuff that goes along with the Thanksgiving dinner, you know, potatoes, mashed potatoes, gravy, dessert stuff, anything that we can get to help families have a Thanksgiving.
The counseling department is still collecting food in can and boxes. If you're interested in donating, simply bring the food to the counseling office.
Our department's haunted house was more than just scary. It was a moneymaker. Drama students took over the auditorium and set up a variety of frightening situations to scare those who entered. The haunted house took place 3 days during the Halloween week. We checked in with Mrs. Lyons and found out the haunted house brought in $1,800. The drama students will use their profits to attend plays in order to become better actors. Coming up on JAG News, South dance students prepare for their new fall performance.
And for some cross-country runners, this was their last race. See how many ended their high school racing careers. Next.
Enjoy something cold and creamy to help a good cause. This weekend, 20% of anything you buy at Zoyo's Frozen Yogurt at 24th Street and Baseline goes to South Mountain's Mecha Club. And that's 20%. Just tell them you want to donate to Mecha, then dig into your favorite tasty treat. It's that easy and that delicious.
Not 12 total, please.
The Dance Magnet is holding a concert to showcase the talents of our dancers and to show everyone what they have worked on. The concert is called Loud and Clear. The main purpose of the concert is to deal with social issues that our community and world is facing. Dancers have been choreographing their dances since the end of August. The winter concert is going to be starring the level 1 dancers, and then the spring concert is going to showcase the whole dance department.
Cross country ran their final race of the season. Most of the athletes, especially from the South, ran their final race of their high school career. Jaguar News reporter Kevin Ixtabalan gives us more details of the state meet.
The morning of the state meet, the top runners of South Mountain arrived at the Cave Creek course and prepared for the final race of the season. Before the race, the coach and athletes gathered as a team, then race. The runners looked like they ran their absolute hardest. Senior Daniel Fritz placed 19 out of hundreds of runners, but after placing 6th last year, he finished unsatisfied.
Worst what I've done.
Another runner, Hansel Nilo, finished back in the pack, but was still upbeat.
This year I did a lot better than what I expected. I was hoping to get in the top 20, but it just didn't turn out that way this year. But it's whatever. I did a lot better than I did last year. I got my new best time here, so I'm happy with that.
While the boys rest, only Jael Zacarias ran for South Mountain at the girls' race. During the race, she lost her inhaler.
When I was coming in, I guess I was about to take it and it fell. And I wasn't sure to pick it up. And I just ran. I'm someone would pick it up for me.
But it didn't stop her from finishing in the top 40. After the race, the seniors took a last look at the course they may never see again. Lowerclassmen used this race as motivation for next year. This is Kevin Ixtabalan reporting for Jaguar Sports.
That's it for this week's broadcast.
Next week, we introduce you to a former Olympian who's helping a new generation of athletes find a new glory.
Be sure to join us for that story. Have a great weekend.